Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Yazriela from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And before we start, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Rakakadash. That Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya. It's Yahweh, the creator of all the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, signally speaking. And we give double honors to elders in GMS where we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down in the highways and byways, giving the 100% truth day and night. Shalom to you. And shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, the Bakar in the Hebrew, the house of David being rebuilt as we speak. Shalom to you. And of course, we give double honors to elders in GMS. We learn this truth. Our elders, apostles, and the men that are toiling in this truth, that are hearing, that are forbearing. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, return to the house of Israel, and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. So you should be familiar what's going on. The date today is June 6th of 2026 of a year of apostate, bug outs, agents, Jacob's trouble, and of course World War III. If you already know, then you know. Elon Musk made he quoted something. He said that what he's creating with his chips in people's head is going to make him as powerful as Jesus Christ. Okay, he said that, or something to the sort of, which basically saying, oh yeah, it's power. It is power of the left-hand side, because remember the Messiah himself, when he walked the earth, he was healing lepers and people that couldn't walk, but he was healing them with spiritual power. And what is this devil going to do? He's going to make people walk with his enchantments, with his technology, right? What do they want to do? Fuse man and machine, technocracy, right? Nothing new under the sun. What was that movie back in the day in the early 90s? Johnny Demonic, okay? Johnny Demonic with the famous actor, of course, from John Wick and The Matrix, and Keanu Reeves. He comes out as this individual that has a chip in his head and a hard drive. So again, there's nothing new under the sun, that they want the fusion of man and machine so that they can live forever. Why? Because the children of Israel are going to live forever, but by the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is happening as we speak. This prophecy is unfolding. It is giving fruit. Okay? This was written or described 2,000 years ago to John the Revelator. But we already had prophecies foretelling that this was going to happen. Okay? So, if you haven't read the chapter, if you haven't read the verse, very important. Okay? But let's go and hear the prophecy. Okay? This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and I shall answer when I am reproved. And we're being reproved as we speak, brothers and sisters. Okay, because the Lord is refining us. Okay, he's making us into that finest gold of Ophir. Remember, the men of the Lord are going to be as a fine wedge of Ophir. Okay, which at that time, during the time of King Solomon, was the highest grade gold there was, okay, which came from this side of the world, okay? But the Lord is reproving us here in the now, Okay? And what is that great saying they always say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's exactly what's happening. We're going through it right now. But when the Lord is going to bring it, he's going to put a hedge around the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? Verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. Make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. For the vision is yet not for an appointed time, right? Because that vision was 2,000 years ago. And now it's coming to fruition. Now it's giving fruit. You're seeing it on the news. There ain't no microchips. It's June, right? That's what Nate said, right? Well, it's June. The microchip is here. Okay? Believe it not, it is here. So we have but a short time for this massive chips. Okay? Chips Ahoy. Okay? Have the party. The party's almost upon us, if you would say. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. It is speaking loud and clear to those that have eyes and have ears to hear. And not lie. This is plain upon tables. For those that want the truth. Though it may tarry, it's going to take a little bit. It took 2,000 years. Technology has advanced, right? Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay? So this technology was foreseen by John the Revelator. And he was seeing people getting this, buying with this. Okay? This thing is very small. And if you been around for a little bit, you know about this individual, Dr. Carl Sanders. Okay? He's one of the engineers who helped develop this technology back in the 1970s. Okay? And he was given a lot of money to develop this and engineer this problem. And he later left everything and became a so-called Christian and traveled the world telling them and warning the people that this was going to happen. That he was part of this. Okay? So he helped develop this little technology that looks so small, so unprotected, but the time is speaking very loud. Okay? So let's go to the word, right? Everybody should know this. Koragma. Okay? When you look up this word, this mark in the Greek, G5480, a stamp, an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead, right? Because Elon Musk is already doing that. And the right hand as a badge of followers. It says Antichrist, but the mark branded upon horses. Thin carved, sculpted, graven. When you sculpt something, you dig into it. You engrave something, you dig into it. Okay? And that's what this is being said. The instrument used for engraving or carving. The mark stamped upon the instrument wrought out in. So these are all the definitions. Mark, a sign, exemption of. Okay? Because this is what this devil in the last days wants to do, his last moves. Okay? And the Lord is going to allow him to get to a certain point when it's going to shut everything down. Okay? So the Lord is going to give this man power to start this prophecy, but the Lord is going to come and activate his men, the 144,000. Okay? So that's prophecy there as we speak. Let's see. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. So that is happening as we speak, brothers and sisters. So you just can't say, well, the hell with it. Who cares? Because there's nowhere for you to hide. There's nowhere for you to get away from this. And this is the Lord, with the mark that he's going to put upon his elect. Okay, this is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, which means kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So this is all happening, okay? Believe it or not, the house of Israel first has to be sifted, and this is happening as we speak. So you have to know what's going on. We're watching this unfolding, okay, because we know the scriptures, and we're warning our people this is coming. You're going to have to make a decision whether it's you love God or you love the God of this world, okay, because the God of this world is going to make you his pet, his cattle, okay, just like you mark sheep, horses, or cows. You're going to put that, and you will be his. Okay? There's no going back. So you're either of the children of Israel, or you're the children of Satan. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakakidash, and he that have ears let him hear. Shalom.